Today on Messy Thriving, we're going to be looking at grounding techniques, and what I love about these is that we all have times when we get irritated, frustrated or overwhelmed at work, and we're really looking at things today that you can do in the workspace to help you to get back to that rational, healthy, productive place. And so Jess is going to be talking to us today. So you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
To everybody, Jess?
I'm Jess and I am the chaplain here at Little Miracles. So I've been here, I'm losing count, but you might have seen me floating around if you're at Tuggerah. I've spoken to a few of you. But yeah, they're here to have a chat today on Messy Thriving.
And Jess has a counselling degree, and we're going to be tapping into that side of her expertise today. So yeah, let's do it. So Jess, looking at some techniques to help people feel grounded at work. We all go through stressful things. Like for us here at Little Miracles, it might be our staff on the floor. Sometimes it's here for me in meetings and those kind of things. I've been using some grounding techniques, and you've also got some more that we can discover.
Yeah.
Do you want to run us through some things we can do if we're feeling like frustrated or angry or
absolutely
under the pump?
Under the pump, that's a common one for sure. And we do get a little bit, we can all have our moments where we get really, worked up or start to feel a bit anxious, and that might affect us physically, or our thoughts might start spiraling. So a couple of really simple techniques that we can use in the moment, even if you're on the floor, is just paying attention to your breathing. So, and actually counting. So maybe counting in for a count of 5, just pause and then count out for a count of 5. And do that a few times. And really just focus on that and count it in and count it out. Which also not only helps your mind focus, but then also brings the body system down as well. Helps calm it down. Because when we're getting anxious and stressed, things are getting pumped up and we want to bring that back down again. So just simple breathing is the really easy one to do. And another one, particularly again if you're feeling a little bit physically anxious, is to actually, even if you're again on the floor, clench your fists and release. And at the same time, even you feel your feet on the ground and curl your toes. Release, and just keep doing that and focusing on that. So tense, release, and that just brings you again back to the moment and feeling that sensation in your body as well. So, so there are a couple of sort of physical ones you can do.
I actually use one when I'm in the moment with like a staff member or a parent, someone who might be frustrated at me, or I'm feeling that frustration rise. I actually use like a breath meditation. It's just the words let and go, but I can breathe in, let, and breathe out, go. And I can do that while I'm with someone. They're not even aware. I can even do it through my nose. But I do feel like the tension release as I can still be present to what they're saying and doing, but I can actually, when I feel that anxiety, tension rising with me, I can let it go. Just let go, like in, out. But concentrate on my breath and on those 2 words. Just for me is one of the, and you kind of different to the ones you've said, but in that same sort of vein, right?
Yeah, and that you can do so many variations of that, so it's got to work for you. So even, some people counting might not, but they might want to relax. Even just quietly saying that in the mind on the way out when you exhale. And then your brain's actually telling your body as well. So like you're saying, let go, you're telling your body and your mind to let go at the same time as getting your breathing back under control. So that's a really good one. Another one that could be done, particularly if your mind and your thoughts are starting to spiral and get away from you, is it's bringing back that logical part of the brain into control instead of our emotional part. So something might be saying the alphabet backwards, and that's actually really hard to do.
I'm
and I don't think you can
struggle with best of times. So it's the focus on that is actually what re-engages your logical mind.
It does, and you can't be spiraling thoughts when you're actually trying to figure out how to Z, Y, X, and then keep trying to go through that, or even counting backwards from 100 or from 20, but do it in something like a multiple of 7 or 3 or something that's needs more concentration. So it's just bringing a focus back to your mind and concentrating on something else until you feel like you're a little bit back under control, so that your thoughts aren't running away. So that's another one you can do. And there's one more that can easily be done. You can just do a part of it or all of it. It's called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. So it's 5 things that you can see and try and be a little bit specific. So just if you're starting to feel a bit overwhelmed, stop and go, all right, 5 things I can see around me, 4 things you can feel. So it might be your feet on the ground, it might be your jumper on your arm, the watch on your wrist. 3 things that you can hear.
Okay.
So tuning into what you can hear. 2 things that you can smell, if you can smell anything. And the one thing is one thing you can taste, which you might not always be able to do, but some people will actually carry around a little lolly or chewing gum in their pocket, and in the moment can just pop that in their mouth and focus on the sort of sensation of tasting something and focus on how it feels, what it tastes like. So it's a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but you might only do the 5 things I can see, all right? And it just brings back to the present. So that's what all of these are about, is ways to become present, ways to bring your body physically down into a calmer state, and then also ways to get your mind back into a more logical state as well.
Oh, awesome. So I guess in Little Miracles, and if you guys, or when you get the chance to do TL, we talk about hippocampus, so about that non-rational part of your brain. So I guess that's what we're trying to re-engage. So yeah, we really wanted to present these things today to give you guys things you can do at work, during work, to be able to come back into a healthy place. We all get irritated, frustrated, or overwhelmed. So yeah, hopefully this will be a really great way for you guys to connect back into that grounded space. We would love to hear any grounding techniques or things that you find in this space really useful that you're using in your home or your work life. So hit us up in the comments and let us know how we can do this even better. But thanks so much for today, Jess, and see you next time.
Yeah.